Don't stop, even if your body is screaming, even if your mind is begging you to quit, even if the world already decided you lost. Because the moment you stop, everything you suffered for becomes meaningless. Look at him, bleeding, broken, laughing. That's not madness. That's resolve. Luffy didn't keep moving because he was strong. He became strong because he kept moving. Every step hurts. Every breath burns. But stopping hurts more. So if you're on the ground right now, crawl. If you can't crawl, stand. If you can't stand, refuse to give up. Because the one who keeps going is the one who wins. Don't stop. They don't talk about this part. They show the victories. They show the cheers. They show the smile after the fight is over. But they never show the nights when your hands shake, when your legs won't move, when every step forward feels like betrayal to your own pain. Luffy has been there, not on a throne, not as a legend, but on the ground, alone, beaten by enemies stronger than him, mocked for dreaming too big, left behind because he wasn't ready yet. And maybe that's you right now. You started with fire in your chest, but life hit harder than you expected. Plans failed. People doubted you. Some laughed. Some walked away. And now you're tired. Not tired in the body, tired in the soul. You wake up and ask yourself, is this even worth it? Luffy asked that question too. After losing battles, after losing time, after losing people he loved. But here's the truth no one tells you. Strength isn't built in moments of power. It's built in moments of doubt. Every scar on Luffy's body is proof he chose to stand back up. Not because he was fearless, but because giving up was never an option. If you feel weak right now, good. That means you're still in the fight. Then something changes. Not outside, not in the world, but inside. Luffy didn't wake up one day and suddenly become stronger than everyone else. He realized something far more dangerous. That the world doesn't reward talent, it rewards persistence. Every time he lost, he learned where he was weak. Every time he fell, he learned how to stand better. That's when it hit him. I don't need to be the strongest today. I just need to be stronger than yesterday. And that realization changes everything. Because now, pain isn't an enemy. Pain is a signal. It means you're growing. It means you're pushing past the old version of yourself. Luffy stopped running from pain. He ran through it. While others waited for motivation, he trained while exhausted. While others complained about fairness, he fought anyway. Because dreams don't care how you feel. Dreams demand sacrifice. And right now, the reason you feel stuck is not because you can't do it. It's because you're standing at the point where most people quit. This is the crossroad. Quit and stay average, or endure and become dangerous. Luffy chose endurance, and that choice is what separates legends from everyone else. This is the moment when excuses die, the moment when fear shuts up, the moment when you stop asking, can I? And start saying, watch me. Luffy didn't wait until he felt ready. He stood up while bleeding. He smiled while losing. He charged forward while terrified. Because courage isn't calm. Courage is chaos under control. Every punch he threw carried everything, every loss, every scar, every time someone said he couldn't do it. And that's when people noticed. Not because he was winning, but because he refused to stay down. This is where you are right now. You've been tested long enough. You've been patient long enough. You've doubted yourself long enough. Now it's time to move. Not tomorrow. Not when conditions are perfect. Now. Move when you're tired. Move when it hurts. Move when no one is watching. Because momentum is built in silence. Luffy didn't scream about his dream, he chased it. And every step forward turned him from a nobody into a threat. This is the comeback, not loud, not pretty, but unstoppable. This is where everything you went through finally makes sense. Every loss, every scar, every moment you almost quit, it wasn't to stop you, it was to shape you. Luffy never asked for an easy path. He asked for a path that would make him worthy of his dream. When the world stood in front of him and said, "Turn back," he answered with action. When fear tried to slow him down, he sped up. When his body failed him, his will took over. And that's what you're feeling right now. That fire in your chest, that pressure in your head, that refusal to stay quiet, that's not anger. That's awakening. This is the moment you stop fighting for approval and start fighting for who you want to become. No more half effort. No more second guessing. No more waiting. You don't need to know how it ends. You just need to keep moving. Because legends aren't calm in the storm, they become the storm. And when this moment passes, you won't recognize yourself anymore. Not because you changed your dream, but because you finally became strong enough to carry it. And now, look at where you're standing. Not at the finish line, not at the reward, but it's something far more important, proof that you didn't quit. Luffy didn't become great because he never fell. He became great because every time he fell, he chose to rise again. That's the difference. Not talent, not luck, not destiny. Choice. The choice to stand when it hurts. The choice to move when it's heavy. The choice to keep going when stopping would be easier. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to not stop. Because the person who keeps moving will always outrun the person who quits. One day this pain will make sense. One day this struggle will feel worth it. One day you'll look back at this moment and realize this is where you became unbreakable. So don't stop now. Not when you've come this far. Not when the fire is still burning. Not when your story is still being written. Smile like Luffy. Stand like a warrior. And walk forward because the world hasn't seen what you're about to become. Don't stop. Your journey is just beginning.